What's good, everybody? It's your boy Clark Avenue back with another video. You already know what time it is, man. Hey, it's good to be back. It's always good to be back, y'all. So it's good to be here once again. Happy 4th of July, 2024. And I actually got some striking news, man. And some of the names that's involved in this case is what's really striking to me. You feel me? I know y'all remember the name Andrew Holmes. Andrew Holmes. So Andrew Holmes is being accused of sexual assault by a lady named Fenia Dukes. Now, Fenia Dukes, she is a former employee of the Village of Dolton, and Dolton is in the Chicago area. You feel me? And she is accusing Mr. Andrew Holmes of sexual assault. Now, just to sum it up real quick, because I'm gonna show y'all everything. You know, everything that I found, and even the video that Fenia Dukes dropped and sent over to NBC Chicago. I'm just going to sum it up real quick. Now, she is accusing Andrew Holmes of sexual assault. This was May of last year, and there was a business trip for the Village of Dolton. A business trip in Las Vegas. And Fenia Dukes was one of the attendees, and Andrew Holmes was one of them, and Tiffany Henyard, which is the mayor out of Village of Dolton. She's the first black female mayor. And there were other employees who went as well. But during this time, Fenia Dukes basically had a birthday coming up, you know, during that time that they were going to be out there, you know, and she didn't initially know that she was going to go, but she was excited to actually go. She thought it would be lit to go because it's her birthday. She's never been to Las Vegas and things like that. But the mayor basically told her, you know, this is a business trip. This is not, you know, that type of party or whatever. And Fenia was like, yeah, I understand, but it would be nice to still be out there, you know, in that vicinity, in that area during my birthday, you know, because she never been in that area. So you could tell that she's outside a little bit, maybe a little bit. But I don't know if she's new in her industry as far as being on an employee roster for the Village of Dolton. But anyway, they made the business trip to Las Vegas, right? And it was all business. You feel me? All business. And on the last day that they were there in Las Vegas, Fenia Dukes wanted to step out because it was her birthday. Remind you, it was her birthday. And she asked a few people if they wanted to go out with her before they all leave, you know? And she reached out to Andrew Holmes, everybody. She asked everybody. And the only person who agreed to go on the spot was Andrew Holmes. There was another guy named Officer Miles, I believe, and some other people that she asked, but they basically said their day was taken up. They were going to be busy, and they would let her know if they were going to step out. So Fenia Duke, she was cool with just Andrew Holmes going. You feel me? Because according to her, Andrew Holmes was like an uncle to them, especially to her. She definitely highlighted that he was like an uncle to her. So there was no ties between the two other than a work relationship. You feel me? A work friendship, you know, a workmanship, whatever you want to call it. But it was only that. So there was no ties. There was no sexual activity, you know, back at home between the two. But he decided that he wanted to go out with her. And she was comfortable because she was actually feeling a lot comfortable due to the fact that there was going to be a man out with her, because she didn't want to be in Vegas alone during her birthday and partying alone. You know, it's a little risky. So she was comfortable that he actually came. And I'm not going to say everything, but she basically said that during that night, she basically don't even know what happened. She barely got into any details, you know, which I'm sure there are more, and there's more that's going to come out later when this whole case gets started. But she said all she remembers is waking up in Andrew Holmes's room, in his hotel room. You feel me? So that right there is crazy. You feel me? Because remind you, this lady no longer has a job, y'all. This happened back in May. She no longer has a job. I don't know when she lost her job, but she no longer has a job. And she feels like that the city of Dolton, as far as Holmes and Tiffany Henyard is basically covering up the whole situation that happened to her. She wanted to silence Fenia Dukes. And that's what they did, because apparently she doesn't have a job anymore. You feel me? So it took her a whole year to get to the right place emotionally, mentally, you know, to spit this out and let everybody know what had happened to her. You feel me? So that's the crazy thing, man. And it strikes me a lot because Kenneka Jenkins, man. Kenneka Jenkins. You feel me? And the reason why I say that is because this lady, Fenia Dukes, she don't remember anything. So now at a Village of Dolton board meeting, Jedediah came in and spoke, and he said, "Did you rape that girl? Did you put something in that girl's drink?" Now there's something there that has not been said just yet to the public. Like I said, it's probably more information that's going to come, y'all. Alright? But those are the words that Jedediah chose. And it just took me straight over to Kenneka. You know, the whole Kenneka situation. You know? Because we all feel like somebody put something in our drink. At the end of the day, somebody put something in her drink, got her to the state that she was in. And now she's dead. You feel me? Kenneka's dead. You know? But this lady, Fenia Dukes, she survived. Alright? She's no victim. She's a survivor. That's what she said. I watched her video. I totally 100% believe her. You feel me? Based off of her telling the story and just trying to read what I can. Yeah, she gets real emotional, man. And you can tell that she put a lot of thought into this, and she knew that it was going to take time, and she wanted to make sure that she was in the appropriate state to spill it out. You know what I mean? So I believe it 100%. But we finna get into this video, man, because I could just go on and on and on and on and on. And this is the intro already. This is crazy, y'all. But hit that like button if you haven't already, man. Hey, let's get into these details, okay? So I'm gonna let me just go ahead and play this real quick, y'all.
Trustee Andrew Holmes.
Did you rape that woman? Did you put something in her drink? And damn it, you gonna answer, and you gonna answer me. Promise you that.
During the meeting, police and other politicians stepped between the two men. Holmes has kept silent following a civil suit accusations he sexually assaulted Fenia Dukes during a village trip to
Just really quick, man. Now this duo, we all know the last time we seen this duo, Kenneka Jenkins, like I stated earlier. There's some fire, there's some heat in here. Jedediah does not sit right with Andrew Holmes. They don't sit right with each other at all. You can see Andrew Holmes,
and damn it, you gonna answer.
A Village of Dolton employee. You feel me? Trustee. An activist. You feel me? Look what he does.
You gonna answer me. Promise you that.
During the meeting, police and other politicians stepped.
Come on. You see him? That's
damn it, you gonna answer, and you gonna answer me. Promise you that.
During the meeting, police and other politicians.
So Jedediah's tired. Andrew Holmes is tired. You feel me? But this is very, very unprofessional. For one, Jedediah, I don't know what he was doing with approaching, but it didn't work out well for him either. He wasn't gonna get too far. So we know that there's a lot of steam still, you know, within Jedediah. I don't care what people say about Jedediah. I mess with Jedediah. You feel me? I don't know him at all. Nothing. But I've seen his face out in the streets in the community a lot more than a lot of people. And whatever y'all got to say, man, that's your opinion. Hey, I don't have very much of an opinion outside of seeing the visibility with Jedediah. I ain't hear nothing wrong come out of his mouth. Honestly. But this is crazy.
Step between the two men. Holmes has kept silent following a civil suit accusations he sexually assaulted Fenia Dukes during a village trip to Las Vegas last year. Mayor Tiffany Henyard and her administration have been accused of trying to cover up the incident.
God bless him. I'm glad God let him.
But when you challenge this administration, you go to jail.
Brown says Dolton leaders tried to get a felony charge for his actions.
I've been served another restraining order.
Wow.
From Andrew Holmes.
Instead, he faces a misdemeanor for resisting arrest.
When you ask them questions, they don't answer.
Mayor Henyard and her administration have been under fire for questionable finance spending and lack of transparency. The FBI has already served subpoenas for records.
And this is
So, finances, y'all. So Tiffany Henyard is also being called out because the fire departments, money comes out of their check and supposed to go into retirement funds, but money has been coming out of their check, but nothing is showing up in retirement funds. So there's another investigation that's going on at the same time this is all going on. So this is crazy. So, like I said, when it comes to visibility with Jedediah, he's out here, and he it don't look like he playing around. You feel me? It really don't. So y'all can read through this real quick. Activist Andrew Holmes fired by Chicago survivors amid sexual assault allegations. This report was made May 15th. But this is crazy, man. The drink thing trips me out. You feel me? Because it just goes back to Kanika, man. Kanika in that state and being found in that freezer. Andrew Holmes, I felt like you was just trying to close the door. We all felt like that. You were just trying to close the door for your name because you love being honored. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want to get to the point, and whether if it's good or bad. You had no remorse for Kanika. You knew your situation with this lady out in Las Vegas, Miss Fenia Dukes. You knew that was a risky situation because you was the only person who went out with her. You was the only person who went out with her. So in the back of your mind, you should have already been knowing that, like, you know, this could potentially be bad on my part. You feel me? Why didn't you call anybody? If she was that drunk, why did you take her to your hotel room in that state? You made it back to your room just fine, right? You and her, apparently. She don't remember nothing until she woke up and seen that she was in your room. Now, you should have made some phone calls to your other employees just to cover your own ass. You feel me? Because this ain't right. This ain't cool. And I'm hoping that they check your phone records and Fenia Dukes' phone records and the other employees' phone records, just in case anybody did make a call and wanted to meet up and couldn't be due to no response. You feel me? If Fenia Dukes don't remember anything, they probably want to check phone records and do the deep dive. You feel me? Do the deep dive because we want to make sure if anything wasn't ignored. Yeah, right away. So we finna get into this I'm a Survivor video by Fenia Dukes. All right. And the interviewer asking these questions, you do not hear the voice of the interviewer asking the question, but you can hear her voice at times. You can tell that Fenia is talking to her interviewer, but you don't hear that question being asked, but Fenia Dukes, you can hear the response coming from Fenia Dukes. So I am actually going to fill in the blank space and just ask the question. All right. Tell us about Fenia Dukes.
I am a mother of one. I was raised in Dolton. I graduated from Thornton Ridge. I worked at Dolton Park, worked at Dolton Library. So I would say I'm a definite true citizen of Dolton, and I'm a survivor. Mm-hmm.
Do you think you and the mayor had a good relationship?
Mm-hmm. So it was. She took me under her wing. It was like mentoring. It was like learning different opportunities. Like I said, she was trying to coach me to let me know that this is the game. Like that's her favorite thing. This is the game. I'm teaching you the game, and I want you to be able to have opportunities that I had because I am the first Black woman mayor of Dolton, and you can be the one taking my seat. Like that was just one of those things that she always wanted. She always wanted to elevate herself, and then elevate people under her, which was what she said that she wanted to do.
How did you meet Andrew Holmes?
And upon meeting him and then being around him, I deemed him the Uncle Drew. Like, I gave him that name, and it went all the way down to the mayor calling him Uncle Drew just regularly. That was just his name because he made everyone feel comfortable.
So he made everybody feel comfortable. So he was Uncle Drew. He was Uncle Drew, y'all. Alright? She thought she was safe.
I've even been in places by myself with him, in cars, wherever, by myself, plenty of times before ever anything. And he's never gave me an inkling of he'll harm me, will make a pass at me. He's never done any of that. So yes, I deemed his Uncle Drew, because now I feel like if I step out of here and how I know you that you fight for these other people, these other victims and all of that, you have my back. I'm pretty sure I'm safe if I'm with you. And that was the relationship that he allowed me to take from him.
How did you know you were going on the trip?
The other assistant, just, being in our modes of being an assistant, we're saying stuff out loud, especially if the mayor's there, 'cause she's always doing something, so she wants to hear what we have while she's doing something or whatever. So now that assistant, she'll always say, okay, well, we got this upcoming trip. And then she said the dates, and she said May 21st. And I was like, that's my 21st birthday. I've never been there. I didn't necessarily know if I was going or not, but I definitely said, I want to make that trip. So Tiffany was, telling me, like, this is not, no trip like that. Like this, we're going down there for business. And I said, well, I definitely understand, but I still never been in the vicinity of Vegas. So even if I could just be there and it's my birthday, I would still feel good. But
just a slight immaturity, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. You could tell that she outside still a little bit, or if she's not outside, she's not too far from when she used to be outside.
I was like, you know how hard I work anyway, so I'm not even worried about that. And that was the conversation.
What happened on the trip to Vegas?
This is our last night in Vegas. When we clock out, is anybody hitting the strip with me? It's my birthday. And everybody said no, or they had something else to do, but Andrew. Miles did say that if he's done doing whatever he was doing, he'll catch up with us. Okay, so fine, but I at least knew I got a man with me. I'm going to make it home. I ain't even got to worry about try to go on the strip by myself. I legitimately thought that, I was going to make it home. Until my last memory was me waking up in his room.
Waking up in his room, y'all. Last memory. Waking up in Andrew Holmes' room after not knowing what just took place the last several hours or longer. Who knows? You feel me? I feel like Andrew Holmes should have found another way to make sure this young lady was safe, because this don't look good at all. Yeah. What made you feel like you should come out now? Why now?
Why not now? Right? And you'll hear so many stories of, oh, well, she waited 20 years and she waited 30 years. I knew if it was ever to happen to me, absolutely not. That I knew justice needed to come immediately. And that's why. So it might seem like it's a now for you, but this has been a long journey for me already. And I've already put my suffering aside. I put my depression aside. I've worked on all that. I did my praying on if I should be sitting in front of you today saying my story. And I'm ready. That's why now. And I'm not just fighting for me no more. I realize that I'm fighting for every woman that's been in my position. I'm fighting for a sister that doesn't have a voice. I'm fighting for a sister that's scared. I'm fighting for a sister who doesn't have a sister. I'm fighting, not just for me.
I heard that. You feel me? A lot of these ladies didn't make it, y'all. A lot of these ladies was once in a moment where they had no memory of what took place, and now they're gone. You feel me? It's just really, 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 really important that you ladies really, really understand. Don't trust nobody. You cannot trust nobody. You should be cognizant of the things that you do when you go out, your well-being, and all that. Even your friends that you go with, because they got to look after you. Y'all have to look out for each other. You don't never want to draw any dangerous activity near y'all. So protect your circle, ladies. Guys, too. Everybody. Is there anything else you would like to say to the world?
I would like to say thank you, Officer Miles. for being my hero. You're the only person that stood up for me, opened your mouth, had the dignity to put everything that you had aside, your whole life, your whole personal life, for somebody that you didn't even know. You honored the badge that you vowed for, and I appreciate you for that.
Now she said Officer Miles. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if that's the same Miles that went on the trip, because she didn't mention Miles was there. So whoever this Officer Miles is, he has definitely been a support system for her. You know, he stood by her side. You know what I mean? He probably told her to speak up. You know, take whenever you're ready, as long as you want. You know, but he was there supporting her along the way the whole time. So he know of some truth, I believe. You know, like I said, there's more details out there that's probably going to come out later, y'all.
Vowed for, and I appreciate you for that. And I pray to God that you get infinite blessings, because you deserve that. And I thank you so much for even being a human being, not even just a police officer. You felt what was right, you felt what was wrong, and you stood on that, and you made it to the end to help me. And not only me, now you're helping so many other people. So thank you so much.
And what about the other survivors?
You know, a lot of people have been telling me they're so proud of me. And at first I never understood what they could be proud of, because I just felt like I was just doing what's right because it happened to me. But then coming out and the news putting out my report, and hearing that it might be possibly other victims, that broke me even more. But it was like, that's why they proud of you. Because you let them women feel like I can say something and somebody's gonna stand with me because I was done wrong. And I want to say to them, I know it's hard. I promise you.
As y'all can see, she's having a really tough time, man. She's having a really tough time. So this looks very genuine to me. All right. And with the possibility of it being more people is another striking thing. You feel me? This interview took place. It dropped. I believe it was May 6th of the last couple months. May 6th. Like I said, be aware of y'all surroundings at all times. Don't get me wrong. Have your fun, but do it responsibly, y'all. You never know who's out there and who's ready to just act. You just never know. But this whole story is very, very striking due to the fact of what took place and who was involved. Mr. Andrew Holmes, you covered the Kanika case. You wanted to close that door, and that's exactly what you did. You came in and closed that door. You feel me? You went out there and closed the door and said, this is it. When it's clearly more to the story. It's just clearly more to the story. That's crazy, man. The life in Chicago. And these things happen everywhere. But that's what I'm saying today. You feel me? So really, I'm going to just go ahead and end it right here. That's all I have today. If you want to dig more into it, feel free. You feel me? I don't care. Do what you do to help the community. If that's what you do, that's just what you do. All right? You're free to do anything you want in this life. Like I said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I definitely want to see what y'all got to say in the comments. Get y'all opinions about this whole situation. And, hey, we can sit back and politic about it, you know? So like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Clark Avenue, man. I'll be back with another video very soon. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all be safe. Happy 4th of July. And Y'all just have fun. Be safe. Be responsible, man. All right. Clark Avenue. And we out.